What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. This is for entertainment purposes only. Sunday morning, we're going to have some tea, and we're going to do something new. You know, I'm starting to get excited because, you know, I've been having some great weeks, like a lot of great weeks in a row. I'm starting to like catch on, and the stuff, like, it's so crazy because I've seen so many people do this exact thing, like all the way from the beginning, but it just didn't click in my head what they were doing. It just didn't click. You know, you're always listening to this guy and that guy and trying to like see. You have to be at the charts long enough to see how price moves, and it starts to click eventually what people are doing. But you have to be robotic. That's the thing. You have to be a freaking robot. You can't any emotion and you're screwed. So you have to find ways to keep your emotions out. But regardless, we're gonna try something new. We're gonna mark up these zones like I've been doing, and we're gonna draw arrows that will save on the chart, so that next week or at the end of the week we can come back and check and see if price moved the same way our arrows were. And that's a good way to backtest too, I guess. We could write down the results at the end of the week, like how many were right, how many were wrong. So, and first, I will update what happened last week. I had, as of the last video, I had one trade open, which was Aussie USD. And here it is on the 1 hour chart. I manually entered a trade right here at work. It dropped. And yeah, price was about right here when I made the last video. And I said, you know what? Price is probably gonna, you know, price was like right here. And I said, well, price will probably come up and retest this level and then continue to drop. So I'll put my stop up here above this, you know, support trend line or resistance trend line. And the spread must have changed while price came up, because somehow it didn't hit my stop, because my stop was up here a little bit, but it took me out. It said my stop loss was triggered, so oops. It was too close, but that's exactly what happened. Price came up, retested that level, and continued to drop, but very weird and slow. So I didn't really miss out on much. And I ended the week at $722.13 is what I made this week. Not too bad. If I can do that every week, I would be a happy camper. So first off, oh, and also USD CAD was another one that actually got filled. I remember I called this out on Friday, or the last video that I made. I said if USD CAD drops back down into this zone, I'm gonna buy it, and I did. It came down, it triggered my order, it pushed up a little bit. I was up like, I don't know, 30, 35 bucks. And I took it and I got out because I just wanted out for the weekend. I just wanted out, and I wanted to just reassess. And I'm glad I did, because I'd probably be at, well, technically break even right now. So yeah, I have another chance to get in. But first, let's look at, it's going to be a good week this week. It's going to be a really volatile week. Volatility is good, because then price will start bouncing off of our zones, right? So we have, right out the gates, CPI for Swiss franc on Monday. And I've heard through the grapevines that the Swiss banks are not doing too good right now. And they're usually the safe haven, right? Because all the rich people have Swiss bank accounts, right? Because they have the most lax rules. But yeah, I heard they're not doing too well. And then Tuesday, look at this. Tuesday at 8:30 a.m. we have CPI for the USD. So this is going to create all kinds of volatility early on in the week. So it's going to be a good one. And then Wednesday, CPI for GBP. And then we have more red flag news here. Core retail sales, Empire State Manufacturing Index, and retail sales month over month for USD. Again on Wednesday, red flag news. And then Thursday, more red flag news for USD and Aussie. So yes, it's setting up to be a very crazy week. Now let's go through and start marking up some of these pairs. and see what we can do this week. All right, let's go through these pairs real quick. I just kind of went through, and I just, the ones that stood out to me, that really stood out to me, I put lines on the chart, and we're going to come back and see how many of them we were right on and how many we were wrong. So this needs to be the weekly chart. We're looking at the weekly, daily, and monthly. So we'll start with the US dollar. US dollar broke out from this monthly monster level, and we're retesting that monthly monster level right now. So this could be a reversal point for a little bit of upside, and I would say at least to this weekly level here that was resistance, then became support. So we could at least get a bounce to there, and then if it decides to go down from there, then it goes down from there. But for now, that's kind of my bias, is a bounce from there. It's a big level. I don't see how we wouldn't get a bounce. So USD JPY would be first up. You can see like it's been bullish overall. It seems like it was a big retracement. Seems like we are starting to catch a little bit of support from this zone that's back here, because we actually have a break and retest situation going on. If you actually zoom in and look, we have resistance trend line, support, respect, and then we broke through. So now I'm just waiting for price to come down into this zone, retest this broken support trend line, and we're off to the upside. So that, I'm not saying I'm taking all of these trades. These are just potential trade ideas. I might take some, I might not take. It depends. You know what I mean? I might take that. I'm not sure yet. USD CAD. I actually think I need to adjust this order down a little bit. You know what? I'm gonna leave it. I think there's a little bit more down to come, and then up with the CADs, and I'll show you why. But regardless, from this zone, I'm looking for USD CAD to push to the upside. I mean, maybe not break through, but I would say at least come up into these zones. I do think it will break through, but let's just arrow up. That's it. Euro CAD. Same thing. We're coming into a big zone here. See, the last time we hit this zone, we got a nice bounce away. So now this will be number 2 of this zone. Yes, on the monthly chart, it looks kind of like, ooh, it reversed. Possibly. Yeah, it's still like it's not over yet. This could be just a correction. We have this long-term support trend line that we broke out from, and we have not retested that level yet. So, and it is still technically in an uptrend. So yeah, I'm just going for a bounce. That's it. So Euro CAD, I'm looking for. I put my buy order right at the tip of this wick because I figure they'll probably take this low out before they push this market up. And if we, with 40,000 units, if we put our stop like right outside the box here, we're risking like 123 bucks for the potential to make almost 600 bucks on this one trade. I'm not going to put my stop in yet because every time I do that, it screws me over. I'm just going to watch things. Euro USD. See, here's an interesting one because, whatever happens on Friday usually continues on Monday. And Friday was extremely slow and like down to the downside, especially towards the afternoon. It got really slow. So I'm thinking maybe we get our first test of this broken support trend line, and then this would be like Sunday night into Monday, and then Monday we make this move down into this area of support possibly, and then we come back up. Monday night, right? Monday night while I'm sleeping, price comes back up. Attempt number 2 of this support trend line, and Tuesday morning, this is where price ends, right here. Price ends right here, Tuesday morning. The news comes out, and it's in the perfect spot to either break to the upside or break to the downside. So Tuesday, yeah, I think this is. So I might go for the sell here possibly, or we'll see what happens. We shall see what happens, or maybe I may not even trade until, honestly, Monday night, going into Tuesday morning. Let's see, Euro Aussie. Let's back out. These are the scenarios that I see here. And I don't think I'm going to trade this at all. I was planning on possibly trying to take advantage, but no. You know, either we get a bounce from here, or we gonna, like, cause this seems like we've tested this level a bunch of times already, and it seems to be getting smaller and smaller. So I think the chances are greater that maybe this breaks through to the downside, then comes up for a retest, and then possibly goes lower. But you never know. We could get a bounce from here and come up for a second retest. We got a test there. Maybe we get a second one before it goes down. It's a long-term trend line, you know. We'll have to see. GBP USD. Yeah, I'm looking for a little bit more down. And I'm probably going to start buying GBP from here. Looking for further upside. Look for a bounce from that level. Or if this goes straight up first, then maybe we get a bounce down. I'm not sure. I think more than likely we go down then up. GBP Oz. Yeah, look at this long-term trend. You know, we had this false break and we got this big wick, this pin bar candle. It pushed up. It made a higher high. You see, lower low, lower high, lower low, and then we have a higher high now. Higher high, and now we're coming back down. This is perfect. I'll definitely be taking this trade. I'm looking for a buy within this zone, which would be a test, a retest of this long-term support trend line for further upside. Yes. Yes. Let's put in a buy right below that low. Buy. This one looks good, so we're gonna do 40,000 right there. 40,000 units. No stop. Let's just see what the take profit. Oh shit. This is on the daily chart. Ooh, that might be risking too much. Ooh. Let's do 30. Let's go to the 4-hour chart so it's like more realistic here. Let's see. So if we get filled there and we get to, oh my god. Yeah. I think that's good. Whew. Yeah, and then we'll just kind of watch this support trend line here. Let's bring this down a little bit right there. Yeah. No, we'll just go right there. That was fine. Yeah. Okay, good. So that's another one in the books. Let's see what happens there. GBP CAD. Might actually go for this one too. You know, this looks like a bullish move into a correction, which looks like a bull flag. So I think we have a little bit more down to come, and then a move up. We'll see. Aussie USD, down. That's like, I don't know. I just want to see what happens. You know, I sold from up there and got stopped out. Maybe this wants to waste time, and here's the only way I would get back in this. Like, maybe we're starting, you know, some sort of, just, you know, like this. So if price shoots back up and maybe we get up into this area again, you know, I might consider selling from right here, just below this this bouncy bounce area here. Could actually just kind of drag this down. It's gonna be right on the edge. So like, if price bounces back up to like that neckline right there, I would probably short it from there, because I think price would just go like this, and then we're coming down to test this trend line and then see what happens from there, if we break through or not. Aussie CAD, same thing. We could be reversing, but like, it looks like the trend is like overall it's up. Here's the only thing though, if you do this trend line thing here to there, see you have a you have a touch there, and it looks like it broke out. I don't know. Yeah, it still looks like it could go up higher though. So this looks like we got a bounce here last time. There's no reason to imagine that we won't get a bounce from here again. And Canadian dollar looks really bearish. So yeah. NZD USD. Yeah, this is what I see. Either straight down or a little bump up. You know, like a little bump up into this area for a bounce to the downside. So yeah, either down from there or up and then down. So we will see what happens. Those are like some of the potential trades that I'm looking at. I'm definitely gonna go with the USD CAD. I'm definitely going with Euro CAD. GBP Oz, yes. GBP CAD, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, and that's probably going to be it. We shall see. Make sure you subscribe, give me a thumbs up. See you later.